Well, I think what we wanted was not the cameras to be in there, television cameras. I think the media were perfectly allowed. You were in there?
Well, the cameras.
Sorry, the cameras. Because I think sometimes it changes the dynamic of certain meetings. I mean, this was a meeting for residents of Salt Cay to express their concerns in a free and unrestricted manner. And I thought the best way to do it was to have a meeting, open public meeting with the residents of Salt Cay themselves.
That was the explanation of His Excellency Governor Gordon Weatherall when asked about our cameras being banned from the town hall meeting on Wednesday in Salt Cay, attended by some 30 residents. Chief Executive of the Public Service Martin Stanley did this when we made an attempt to ask him why. Present were His Excellency Weatherall, Martin Stanley, and Permanent Secretary to the Governor, Kingsley Bean. The residents voiced their concerns on a number of issues to our cameras and talked about the last time Salt Cay had a booming economy, which was eons ago during the era of the Salt Cay industry. They also lamented that they face inadequate drinking water, a dilapidated runway, unpaved roads, no city fencing, and a dock in dire need of refurbishment.
The trend I see Salt Cay is moving right now. Within the next 20 years, there actually won't be no natives. The school only have about 9 young children, and when they reach the age of 12 to 13, they go to Grand Tuck, and once they get the education, there is no reason to come back to Salt Cay. There is no work opportunity down here.
I've been in the system long enough to know how diplomatic people could be. They try to evade questions as much as possible. They come with a preconceived answer for you. They're always saying that there are things are in the making, their plans, and they are trying to plan, and somewhere down the line they would be able to address the situation.
I was very disappointed in what the governor had to say. He didn't give any direct answers to what is really going on in Salt Cay. As he can see, he said he had a bad ride. He should take a ride south to really see how the road is. We've been living here so long, and it's like living in a hurricane all over again, but just without stormy weather. Everything now here is in a terrible state.
The governor, responding to concerns, agreed that development is needed, and because of budget constraints, not much has been done for Salt Cay. Stanley further noted that the government is slowly making outstanding bank payments, with $60 million worth of bills owed to companies and people that he said could be present at that very town hall meeting. Recurrent revenue has dropped funds for infrastructure, and instead of the government spending $20 million per month as done in the past, they are now spending $11 million.
What we tried to do is to explain to people from Salt Cay, what the constraints in the budget were. I mean, we weren't in the business of making empty promises to them.
Along with Salt Cay being seemingly placed on the back burner, these residents say that they can't remember the last time they had a government representative of their own, instead of Salt Cay being connected to voting constituency South Back Salina, which is primarily a Grand Turk seat. Another issue raised during the meeting is the need for proper facilities for the elderly that make up the majority of the island's population.
The old people, they are the founders of this place. They live all their life, and the rest of their life, all they expect is, a little peace, quiet and attention, pampering more like, and then, you need to secure them because, they are the foundation of the island. So we need to put things in place that is more comfortable for them.
We need the people here to give us the job to make some money.
During the town hall meeting, Stefan Kroll, one of the front men for Salt Cay Development Company, whose proposed $1 million project in Salt Cay was put on hold by the governor, received a rousing applause when he voiced his concerns surrounding the company's request to rebuild the government's Salt Cay docking port free of charge.
We just need a goodwill to make a decision, and so far we haven't got even a response. What is the situation with the application and when it should be resolved. So there is no requirement for the investment, but just a requirement for the goodwill and decision.
Kroll said that the governor's response to Salt Cay DevCo's cost-free proposal was that they'll have to consider, while residents of Salt Cay consider the delay strange and questionable.
I see that as if the governor probably knows something in connection with that, but we don't know.
However, the governor told the media that legal wrangling is the reason why he hasn't given DEVCO the go-ahead.
Well, I explained to them that there is, right now that there are discussions, correspondence going on between, the Attorney General's office and lawyers on the DEVCO side, and that was the channel for communication on those issues.
The governor refrained from commenting on the Salt Key DEVCO's proposed development during the meeting, but residents, some even shouting, said they need it and they need it now.
We would like for the development to go on in Salt Key because we need it. I have a family, somebody to take care of, and if we don't have a development, we don't have no money.
You need development in this island because there's nothing going on the island.
We got main concerns. The dock is 1, the airport is 2, the roads is 3. This is 3 main concerns. The 2 main concerns is the dock and the airport.
For WIV4 News, I'm Nikira John.